Good. Am I on? Yeah, it says we're live. Hey, look at that. We're live.
Hey, great.
I don't know where we're live to, but
I
we're
don't know what
live.
that means. I always thought myself alive.
Hello to everybody on YouTube and everybody on Facebook.
Hello, greetings.
Okay. So we're here to talk a bit about the new retreat that we've got coming up. This year's retreat will be discovering who you are and putting out the real you, and it'll be from July the 1st to July the 8th. Now, the great news about all of this, sorry, I'm going to get comfortable here because you know what? I need my wife close by here. All right.
Sorry, I need to be up too.
Yeah, and there's Michelle in the background.
That's the tail walking by.
Tail walks by, you'll notice the cat. Okay, so what we are doing different this year is we've decided to hold the retreat in Mexico. Now, the reason for that is simple. We're going to Mexico. We're going to go to Mérida in the Yucatan Peninsula, which is about 4 hours to the west of Cancun, just to give you a bit of an idea. It's also the capital of the Yucatan Peninsula. And as such, it's a city of over 1 million people, one of the safest cities in all of North America for its size.
Yeah.
So less crime, best place, nice weather. We're going to be nice and warm. And unfortunately, for those of you who only enjoy the winter, you're not going to get it. But we are going to be in Mérida. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to hold the retreat in Mérida itself. There's a number of reasons for this. What's going on this year with the Wonders, and they've kind of given us, the Wonders have given us a different sense of where they're taking us. Since about 3 months ago, I think it was about 3 months ago, we started in the workshops and they started talking about spirituality. And what they said was that, look, they've talked to us now for years, basically almost 19 years, and they've gone into the how-to, and so they've given us all the tools that we need. They've helped us to integrate it, to assimilate it into our lives. They helped us to practice what we preach, how we live, that kind of stuff. So they've given us a lot of basically the practical, pragmatic information that people need in order to grow and to expand and to become more who they want to be. Problem is there's one tiny little thing missing, and that's the spiritual connection that we have. Each and every one of us is spirit incarnated in some way, shape, or form. Whether you believe that or not, whether you believe in God or heaven and hell or with Allah, or whether you believe in plain spirituality, it doesn't matter. Whether you believe in Christianity or spirituality, ultimately we are an energy incarnated. And that's been proven, by the way, by scientists who've discovered that when we die, the body loses a few ounces or a few micro ounces. And that's basically our soul going, ta-ta, so long, bye-bye, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's been proven that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. So basically what we wanted to do, we wanted to basically follow what the Wonders we're talking about this year. So we're going to explore all about our own personal spirituality, and we're going to explore how we can apply that into our lives so that we can start putting out the authentic, real self in our lives. I myself have, of course, as you know, lived a good life. And when I had my accident and I died twice on the operating table, I came to it, I realized that what I had done is I had lived a life that was pretty good, but it was basically a life rooted in this reality. And I knew that there was more. So what I did for the next number of years is I basically practiced a bit about what it is that it's more. In other words, how do I become more freely choosing? How do I become more less fearful? How do I become less judgmental? How do I become somebody who enjoys life more? How to become happier? That kind of stuff. And that's all very good, but they're still missing something. And what the Wonders are taking us to is not just that, it's how do we become so consciously aware that we are truly spirit incarnate? How do we connect to that? Now, they've talked a bit about this over the first number of years in the how-to point, but they've never really expanded on it the way they're going to now. So this whole retreat is going to be about anchoring inside each and every one of us our own awareness of our spirituality, and then starting to let that come out so that we can start expressing ourselves into the world that we're in. Up till now, a lot of people who have studied with the Wonders have basically studied to the point of becoming, the Wonders say, fill your cup with love first, and once you're full, let that overflow fill all the other cups around you. Great, it's wonderful. But it's time to realize that the overflow isn't just the happiness, the joviality. It's our spirit that it has to overflow. We have to bring that into our lives here. So what we're doing here is we're presenting a different type of retreat for people to begin the exploration of their own spirituality. Now, as to the differences is this year, what we're going to do is we're going to bring 10 people, just 10, into Merida to study with us on a very intense basis that whole spiritual connection. Those 10 people will have the opportunity to not just listen to the Wonders talk and to explore the way we have in the past retreats. They're going to have the opportunity to spend time with myself and Maggie to start really digging into what it is to let that spirit come through. And at the same time, one of the nice things about it is we're going to offer that every night during the retreat, will be 7 nights, we'll have a meal where the 10 who are attending, we're all going to sit around a table, the 10 and the 2 of us, so there's 12 of us, all sitting around a table. And we're going to start throwing out ideas and bantering and exploring our own spirituality and throwing out concepts and constructs and exploring them and discussing them and getting involved in them and finding out what the heck it's all about. So we're really going to start doing this stuff to dig to become that spirit that we know we are incarnated as. So those are for the 10 people. There's only room for 10, unfortunately, this year. I'm sorry, people, but that's all there is. But it's going to be quite intense for the 10, and it's on a first come, first serve basis this year. We're not doing the early bird pricing. We're not doing any of that stuff. The price that we've given you, by the way, speaking of which, before I get into that, there is a page that's going to go live tonight on our website that'll give you all the pricing and everything else. So you'll know what it is, and you'll be absolutely blown away by the pricing. But there's a couple of hooks in there, so I'll tell you all about that in a second. Okay. So basically, the pricing will be that the people who attend will have the meal included, the dinner included. Okay? Nothing else is included. Yeah. Absolutely nothing else. So you have to make your way to Merida, get your own flight, which is not different than going to Toronto. Okay? You have to, quite simply, get your own accommodation this year, which before we included in the pricing. And of course, you have to find your own way over to our house, which of course will give you directions too, so that you don't get lost in the big city of Merida. But it's going to be a completely different experience. And that's basically the thing there. And we're going to include as well, just like we have in the past, we're going to include downloadable audio files for the people who attend. Okay, so you're not going to get USB sticks. No more of that. But you're going to get the downloadable files. After you finish on the retreat, we're going to send you all a link, and then you can go ahead and download all the files. Okay? So how does it work? Well, there's that. So there's that tier of people who are going to come in and get that full one-on-one experience with us, with the Wonders, where you're going to get the intensity of being right there for 7 days and really working on your own spiritual self to figure out, what do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Like, it's not just a question of yeah, I just want to have a better job. I want to have a different career. I want to do more in my life. It's how do you contribute to the rest of humanity in a way that reflects who you really are, and finding out who you really are. Because even though we've done a lot of work on ourselves, a lot of us kind of have that sense of, okay, we're more, but we just quite don't know what it is. So we're going to work on that. For those, there's also going to be this year a different thing. We're also going to offer this retreat on Zoom. Zoom is a platform where it's basically, it's like a, how would you call it? Basically a platform where you can see us and communicate with us as basically to hear the wonders, attend the retreat, the workshops, or the sessions, I should say. So you'll be participating in the sessions.
Yeah.
But once the session finishes, Zoom cuts off, and it doesn't start until the next session starts. So basically, you just won't get any of the in-between parts at all.
But they'll be interacting.
During the session, you'll be interacting. You'll be able to interact with the wonders. Whoever's running the session, whether it's me or the wonders, will interact with that.
Yeah.
And of course, the price is going to be very different. So no matter where you are in the world, whether you're in Japan, and I know some of you are in Japan, you've always said, I can't make it because I don't get time off. Well, guess what? Now you can do it by attending through the internet. It's an internet broadcasting thing. I think that's basically, how would you call it, guys? Would you call it an internet broadcasting thing? Yeah, that's what they call it. I'm talking to Luke and Maggie, by the way. Luke and Maggie are, sitting right there, talking to my ears, telling me things. Okay?
Confirming, right?
Yeah. I need, these are my right-hand people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so you'll be able to attend. So those of you who can't come in person because it's too expensive with the flights and the accommodation, you can still do it the other way. Difference is, you're just not going to get the benefit of everything else. Okay, so just to let you know, it's, there is a benefit in getting there in person, but there's only 10 spots, and it's first come, first serve. And the same way with the Zoom, by the way, we can only handle 20 people there. 20 people gives us a good number, and it makes it viable for everybody who's attending, that you can actually get in, ask your questions.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, you won't ever have a chance to ask a question. So, it's a way for you to attend the retreat without actually attending in person. So we're opening it up that way. Now, registration starts tonight. Okay, when the page goes live, that's it. It starts tonight. We've also made it in a way that financially, those of you who want to can basically split it into payments. Okay, so that you'll see all of those information on the page, all kinds of stuff. The nice thing about Merida is a very large cultural center in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's a huge cultural center. Basically, every night there are a variety of different, call them
activities.
Well, yes, celebrations, activities, street things going on. You can participate in dances, and you can and there's artists everywhere, and it's a really large expat community, and there's also there's a great culture of the Mayans, and it's beautiful, it's amazing. So you can partake of anything like that. Some of the food, some of the restaurants in Merida are some of the most world-renowned restaurants. Now, that's not to say that you're going to end up wanting to go there, but even the food on the little taco stand on the corner is really fantastic.
Yeah.
So, things for you to consider. Okay. I think for us, for Maggie and I, we started thinking about this right after the last year's retreat. And we were wondering okay, what do we do this year? And for a long time, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no clue how it was going to work. And I meditated on it and let the wonders come to me. As you know, this is what I do. And so it came, I guess, somewhere around, I would want to say somewhere around August, mid-August, early end of August, somewhere around there. And I talked to Maggie about it. And I said, I feel like this is the way for us to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, we wanted to put this together for you guys. This is a great chance. And also, it's going to be a little warmer than usually what we have in Canada.
A lot warmer, I think.
Well, not really a lot, because don't forget, in July, it gets fairly warm in Canada.
Yeah.
And yes, there's all kinds of things that could happen. I mean, let's face it, we're subject to the weather, but I think it's going to be a great opportunity. If it does rain, it usually only rains in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. So we'll probably be sitting around the table eating by that time.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're going to, on the page, you'll also find that when you register, we're going to send you a package that'll give you some of the information that you need for places to go, possible hotels. There's always Airbnb. There's, there's all kinds of vacation rentals, things of that nature. But it's up to you to realize that, even though it's still a long time before July, you should, if you're planning to attend, you should do it reasonably soon, because the places do, they get filled up.
Yeah.
July is not such a bad thing. It's not like it's January to April, which is the big, really, really high season in Mexico. Everybody escapes Canada. They want to go to Mexico. So it's going to be not as busy, but don't kid yourself. It gets busy. Okay. So if you are going to attend, you'll need to look into all of that information as well. And we'll have all of that for you. As soon as you register, you'll get the package. We'll work on that. I think the main thing to walk away with on this retreat is to realize that we are very excited about talking about ourselves spiritually. People don't really spend a lot of time looking at themselves spiritually unless they go to church. Some people go to church, but then it becomes a religious thing, and it becomes something that you do out of rote, and it becomes something you do out of habit. And, and you do if you're Catholic like me, okay, ex-Catholic, then you do your Hail Marys and your Full of Graces and all that stuff, and, Our Fathers. You get into the habit of things, but you don't really spend time looking at yourself as a spiritual essence incarnated into a physical body. So we need to look into that. We need to see how we want to live. And I anticipate that whoever is going to come, we're going to really basically rock the world with our own growth and our own experiences. Yeah. So that's where we're at. I can't think of anything else we need to discuss. I've got some pointers here. Hang on a second here. Oh yeah, I think I've talked about this. The transition, going to go from the idea of it's all about me to how, the fourth defining statement, that which you are is that which I am, and that which I am is that which you are. Most people have used that fourth defining statement as a way to explore themselves. Now we're going to use it as a way to explore the world. Let's face it, Donald Trump has, and to mention the current events, Donald Trump has come into the forefront now as a president-elect. It reflects the United States. It reflects their own spiritual growth right now, their own spiritual, where they are, okay? There's levels. So it's time to explore that. And you may say to yourself, well, I didn't vote for him. It's not me, but it is part of you. So we need to explore all of that as well. Just as an example, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to give ourselves a chance to realize what our connection to humanity is all about, and how humanity is not without us, and how we are not without humanity itself. Okay, so I'm opening up now to possible questions. I don't know if anybody has any. Luke and Maggie are going to basically feed me some questions, or Luke will anyways, and we'll go from there.
No questions so far.
No questions. Hey.
Dates of the retreat was one.
Yeah, well, we've got the dates, July 1st to July the 8th, 2017, okay? In Merida. And by the way, you can get there from virtually any place in North America. Toronto, direct flights from Toronto to Merida. There's direct flights from, direct flights from Houston to Merida. There's indirect flights from Phoenix, for those of you who are in Phoenix. You can fly from Phoenix to Houston, Houston to Merida, or other ways around, okay? There's a number of different airlines, and we're going to fly, by the way. We're going there ourselves in January,
Yeah.
on January 31st. And we're going to be flying first class,
Yeah.
which is basically costs us $100 more a ticket.
Yeah.
So
Along with our
so
cat.
along with our cat. That one that you saw there, that little
Oh,
tail
Mixella.
going by there, that's, Mixella, she's coming with us. So, it's for very little money. The flights are cheap. You'll find that the accommodation is really cheap. Right now,
Mhm.
because of Donald Trump, thank goodness,
Yeah.
the Mexican peso is trading at 24 pesos to the US dollar.
Yeah.
So it gives us a little better exchange rate. So you can really get some really good deals right now. Now, maybe not 6 months from now when everybody stops being afraid of Donald Trump, unless of course Donald Trump opens his mouth, which he's likely to do, in which case, it could get worse.
Yeah.
Better for anybody who's in the United States or Canada or anywhere else in the world for that matter.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Any questions? Nothing? Nobody?
I have one thing.
You have one thing.
Oh, I just want to say how much fun it's going to be.
Yeah.
How great it is having a whole group together like that, exploring.
Okay.
And what a beautiful city Merritt is.
Yeah,
It's just
we
awesome.
did a lot. I did a
Yeah.
lot of research in doing this and looking
Yeah.
at this thing, and
Yeah.
we thought, okay, well, we wanted to go someplace warm. That was our
Mhm.
biggest concern.
Yeah.
And not to say anything against the United States, it's really wonderful, but
Mhm.
this next 2 weeks right now in Arizona, which is where we are, it's going to be bloody cold.
Yeah.
So what happened to Arizona? It's supposed to be
Mhm.
warm. This is a desert. This is southern United States.
Yeah.
We're just a hop, skip, and a jump from Mexico. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I want to go someplace warmer.
Yeah.
Okay, that was our big thing.
Mhm.
So we're going to go and escape this kind of warmth and go into something a little bit warmer, a little bit more stable in the sense of warmth.
Yeah.
And we're going to explore.
Mhm.
We're going to have fun.
You will.
And yes, that's it.
I got a question.
You got a question? Go for it.
So I've got
Good.
someone asking if there will be the usual 3 sessions per day.
Yes, 3 sessions per day. That's exactly what it'll be. And
Yeah.
we'll start about 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll have 3 sessions. We'll have some breaks in between. And, hopefully we'll finish by about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Or 5:30, we'll have a nice meal prepared.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and we're going to have somebody cook it for us.
Yes.
We're not cooking.
Yeah. Good food. Ooh.
Good food,
Yeah.
good company.
Yeah.
And if we all want, a great bottle of wine with it.
Oh yeah. Or 2.
Or 3,
Oh
the Irish one.
yeah.
Of course, we've got to remember that the next day we got to work anyway.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we can't be.
Overindulge her. Yeah.
Remember, spirituality is not the physical world, baby.
I know what
Okay.
you're talking.
Okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, it'll be 3 sessions a day. Okay. And the prices are really cheap. Oh, maybe I should just tell you the prices. What the heck? Why not? Eh?
Yeah.
I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
Prices are really
awesome.
cheap. So for the 10 people, the 10
Mhm.
who are attending,
Yeah.
all 10 of you who really want to get in there,
Yeah.
the price is $4,700. That's it. That's it. 4,700 US.
Yeah.
For the ones who are attending on Zoom, it's 3,700. That's it. That's all there is. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll get to attend. You'll get to participate on Zoom to the degree that you can during the sessions, and then after that, you'll get a copy of all the recordings as well. Not bad deal.
Mhm.
Okay. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to let you know. I'm excited, not just about the logistics and the place and how it's going to work. What I'm really excited about is how we are going to explore ourselves spiritually.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have the answers to this. I don't know quite yet how it's going to work out.
Mhm.
You know how the wonders are. They kind
Yeah.
of spring it on me and they say, oh, by the way, you're going to talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
I
yeah.
don't really know how it works, but I will say one thing. I do know one thing. When I go inside of me, I realize that there's a disconnect between my life here and my spiritual life, my essence.
Yeah.
And there's still a disconnect. And I'm working on getting that space less and less to the point where there is no disconnect, but there still is. And I know for me that's the case, and I imagine it's the same for virtually everybody.
For me, yeah.
So, I think it's time to explore that. I think it's time to discover what it is we're missing. What's the missing link, so to speak, that's stopping us from really becoming the full 100% person that we are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going for. That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
And that's what hopefully you'll go for.
Yeah.
So join us. Join us in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Join us in Merida. It's a wonderful place, I guarantee. And look it up. There's all kinds of information. When you go to our website tonight and the page goes live, we've got some images on there. We've got some stuff. We'll have some links. Have fun. Go play. Go check out Merida. Okay?
And it is very safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't listen to all the people. Seriously. I was listening to, you go to the news and they say, oh, so-and-so, something happened in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got killed in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And everybody in the United States goes, oh my God, this is terrible. This is awful. Then I read the news. 698 murders in Chicago so far this year. That's not including Los Angeles, Miami, Houston,
New York.
Phoenix, New York, all these other places.
Yeah.
And then you think to yourself, well, hang on a second, it's not that bad. So maybe the world should put out a report or a warning on, don't go to the United States. There's a lot of murders going on over there.
Yeah.
Nobody will say that.
Wouldn't work.
But,
Yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah.
it's not as bad as what people say it is.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a great time. So
Yes.
come and join us. Have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Got one question.
Yes?
Will study groups be run concurrently with the retreat?
No, actually, we're going to reschedule the study groups. So they'll be happening just before the retreat, not concurrently.
Mhm.
Okay? So they'll be at a different time. We can't do the retreat and the study groups together. It's just impossible. Okay? So you'll see. We'll figure out the timing of the
Yeah.
study groups. I've got it all figured out. I just don't have it right here in front of me, but it'll be different timing for sure. Okay?
We'll let
Anything-
everyone know.
Anything else?
Marianne says, you both look great.
Well, thank you,
Thank you,
Marianne.
Marianne.
And by the way, thank you, Marianne and Jen, for the wonderful wishes on our anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love you
She's
guys.
not bad, Stuck around for 19 years.
Yes.
We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's it. Enjoy. Come to our website. Like I said, first come, first serve. There
Yeah.
are no reservations this time. There's no early bird. There's no, I can wait until December 31st. Once those 10 spots are gone, they're gone. That's it. Because that's all we can work. That's all we can handle in our place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be our home.
It'll be in our home.
Yeah.
So, and we don't know, by the way, where our home is going to be.
No.
We have no
So
clue yet.
It's big enough.
Don't know that at all. So we
love
don't know what the home's going to look like. We haven't rented a place yet, so we don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know where we're going to be in Merida. We have a pretty good idea. And I do know one thing. I'm looking for a swimming pool. So
Yeah. Oh, hey.
chances are
Hey.
our place will have a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That'd be fun.
So,
Dinner around the
while we're
pool.
sitting around having dinner, going into the swimming pool, talking spirituality,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, people. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for being part of our life.
Yes.
And, happy day. Whatever. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.